Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Tech Mobile More. My name is David, and today I'm very excited to talk about a very exciting phone that's gonna come out soon. I'm not exactly sure when the phone will come out exactly, but I believe it will be sometime in late 2021. And the phone that I'm talking about, it's actually two phones. It's the upcoming Google Pixel 6 and Google Pixel 6 Pro. Now, this is pretty exciting and it's different from other phone releases from Google because this time Google is planning on creating the chip in house. Currently, Apple, Samsung, companies like Huawei, they all produce their chips in house as well. As you all know, Samsung relies on both Qualcomm and their own chips, depending on is where the phone is going to be ultimately sold. But they do create their own chips, the Exynos. But Google is planning on doing this as well. Now, what's really cool about this is that, as you all know, Android is Google's software. So other companies that use Android in their phones, like Samsung, actually license it from Google. So I think now that Google is going to control everything from the chip itself to the software, I think we're going to get a very polished product similar to what Apple produces with their iPhones and iPads. Now, what's really cool about this chip is that Google doesn't seem to be pushing or talking about the power of this chip, but more about the AI capabilities. As far as power goes, it might still not be as powerful as a high-end Apple or Sam or Qualcomm chip, but we'll see how it goes. But according to the Google blog, they're really pushing the machine learning capabilities of this chip. I believe a few YouTubers and some websites have been talking about Google demonstrated the camera taking a picture of a moving subject while the camera was in motion itself, and the camera was able to get a nice and crisp photo of this moving subject. So the photography capabilities are going to be expanded because of this new chip. Also, Google is saying that the Pixel phones will have one of the best security systems out of all the phones. They're talking about this new feature called Titan M2, which is basically an extra layer of security that the phone will have. So we'll see how that goes. If that's the case and they are very secure phones, then I'm sure businesses and companies would like to invest in these. Also, another feature of this chip is the fact that it can dictate and translate speech in real time. So, say for example, you're watching a video in another language, say for example, French. The phone will be able to translate this in real time into English. So, I think that's really impressive. As far as the features go, so there's going to be a Google Pixel 6 and a Pixel 6 Pro. According to the website Tom's Guide, the Google Pixel 6 will have a 6.4-inch AMOLED screen running at 90 Hz, and the Google 6 Pro will have a 6.71-inch AMOLED screen capable of running at 120 Hz. So there's going to be some differences in the display there. And the fingerprint scanner is going to be in the display, so very similar to other phones. And the display is going to be full HD on the regular Pixel and Quad HD on the Pro version. The Pixel 6 will have 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the Pro version will have 12 gigabytes of RAM. As far as storage goes, looks like the regular Pixel will have 128 and 256 gigabyte options. The larger Pixel Pro will have up to 512 gigabytes, as well as the 128 and 256 gigabyte options. Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any expandable storage. So if you're going to pick up one of these phones, be wise when you when you purchase it as far as storage goes. Make sure you get the right one for you. The rear cameras look pretty cool, pretty exciting. The Google Pixel 6 is going to have a 50 megapixel wide camera plus a 12 megapixel ultra wide. So it actually looks like Google's only going with two cameras on the smaller Pixel. It's kind of odd, but then again, looking at Google's current lineup of phones, it's not odd. And Google's cameras are always amazing, so I don't think they need more than two or three cameras, to show off. Anyway, the Pixel 6 Pro will have a 50 megapixel wide camera plus a 48 megapixel telephoto and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. So the only other camera that the bigger Pixel will have is that 48 megapixel telephoto. The front camera looks like the regular Pixel will have an 8 megapixel front camera and a 12 megapixel on the Pixel Pro. And the battery looks like the smaller Google Pixel 6 will have a 4,600 milliamp hour battery. This is still rumored actually. It's not final, so we actually don't know exactly how big the battery will be. But it's rumored that the larger Pixel will have the Pixel Pro will have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. As far as the body goes, the Pro is going to be made out of aluminum, a polished aluminum. So it's going to be very good quality. And the regular Pixel 6 is going to be a matte aluminum. But it looks like both are going to be made out of metal. So even if you don't go with the Pro version, you're still going to have a very well-made phone. But all in all, I think this sounds really exciting. I'm really happy that Google is going to be building this chip in-house. Now, I've never owned a Google Pixel phone before. The only smartphones I've used are Samsung, but they do run Android, so I am a fan of the Android operating system and Google services that come with it. So I really want to see if Google can create a phone as polished as an Apple iPhone. Like, I can really see Google creating a phone that's like amazing with the RAM management, with the software being really optimized for the phone. The only thing I'm worried about is that there's still a lot of Android phones out there. So developers are still going to have to make apps for, a bunch of different phones and screen sizes. So I don't know if the software can be as optimized as the apps made for like Apple on the Apple App Store. But we're going to wait and see what happens. I think this is the right move for Google, and I think it's very smart. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. What are you excited about this new Google Pixel phone? Do you think Google has made the right decision by producing the chips themselves, or do you think they should have stuck with Qualcomm? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Give this video a like. Subscribe to my channel if you're into tech like me. I'm definitely going to be making more videos in the future. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.